Hey everybody, and welcome back to Omni Griffin Plays FTL. We're going to be starting a new game here. We haven't played with a few of the ships that I've got. We've got the Mantis Cruiser Type A, as well as I haven't played as the Crystal ship since we've unlocked it, so I'm actually really tempted to go for this one. So we've got Zinzin, Philip, Lauren, and Bars. This is the Bravais. I don't know. I kind of feel like that's a little bit of an Italian twist to it. The achievements that we're going to be going for are going to be destroy an enemy ship with a shard from the Crystal Vengeance augment, which I'll describe in a moment. No escape while using the Crystal Cruiser. Trap 4 enemy crew in a single room using the Crystal Being Power or a lockdown bomb. And Clash of the Titans destroy 15 rock ships, pirates count, using the Crystal Cruiser. So, we're going to start with the Crystal Burst Mark 1, so it fires 2 shield-piercing projectiles, so we actually can get through 1 shield, which is pretty cool. The same thing with the Heavy Crystal Mark 1. It's a modified projectile weapon, in its own wording. Basically, it's a normal heavy laser, except it has 1 shield-piercing as well. So let's just get started. We do not start with any missiles or drone parts. But you'll notice that we do have Crystal Vengeance, so every single time our ship takes damage, there's a 10% chance that that shard is basically going to fall off and fire at our enemies. So let's get these powered here, and let's just get started. And we'll take one out of the med bay here. Now something else to note is that our, you'll notice we've got a special little bar next to our crystal dudes here. If they ever use Lockdown, if I ever choose to, I can use this ability Lockdown, and it will lock down the room. Now these shards will slowly decay, as you can see they're doing right now. And you can also attack them if you want to get out of the room. As such, basically they kind of trap people in a room if you ever choose to do so. Now we've got one person basically manning everything that's important at the moment, but this is a pretty convoluted ship, so we'll have to see what's going on. Now there's a store right there, which means if I go to it right away, I'm going to hate myself because it's going to have something awesome. So rule of thumb, I'm not gonna go there. So we've got a missile. Sorry, they don't have a missile. That's just 1 shot, so we're actually perfectly fine. Which means I'm just gonna target their engines and their piloting system, because they're trying to escape, and we actually have 1 shield piercing. So you'll notice that awesomely cool looking crystal shard actually goes straight through, which means they basically have no chance. And just to kind of, well, we'll keep targeting your... There you go. Oh, I thought they were going to be dead. But luckily for them, their drone actually blocked the lethal blow. Unfortunately for them, they will not be making it out. Afraid not. So we're just going to keep jumping here to more central points like I usually tend to do. We're going to attack the pirates. Now they have an ion as well as that, so we're actually going to be targeting their weapons first. Also, they're not trying to escape. But we're basically just going to do a lot of damage to them. Now, of course, if we can hit. Alright, but we managed to stop their weapons from firing at us, so we're pretty safe. I'm going to shoot one of these at the piloting system. Keep one on the weapons. This way, if we do manage to damage it, we pretty much are guaranteed to hit them. And they still can't get through our shield. So we're doing pretty good right now. I really do like the way the Crystal Cruiser looks. Blue is pretty much my favorite color. So, obviously, I think that's pretty nice. We're going to keep jumping, try and hit as many spots as we can. We're not accepting your bribe. So this is basically the same ship as last time, so we're going to put our focus fire down on their weapons so that they can't harm us. We will see. They actually... So they managed to hit us with an ion. 6 fuel right off the bat. That's really good, actually. So I'm going to accept that bribe. I feel a little bad, because we probably could have gotten a little bit, but having 6 fuel means we basically don't have to care about fuel for a really long time. We have 20 fuel right now. That's amazing. So you've encountered a refugee ship. We're gonna, so that we have intruders. So we've got 3 intruders here. So we're gonna, this is gonna take a really long time, but we're gonna try and get everybody here. There's just kind of this giant scuffle going on here. Alright. He's starting to get low, so why don't you run to the med bay, which we will power. This means that this crystal guy is going to get a little beaten up, so I'm going to let them, just for a little bit here, beat on that system. Now they're not going to, luckily for us, they're not going to be able to actually do any damage to us, because we're just going to keep cycling people in and out if we can. You went the wrong way. I want you to know that. And luckily here, we're going to have the double team power to take care of it. So that was unfortunate. If only for the reason that... Sorry, I was just trying to figure out where all my people go. I forgot to save the positions, is all I have to remember to do. Luckily for us, they didn't manage to do any damage, hull damage or otherwise, to us. Weapons. But unfortunately, we don't get any rewards for it either. So, I'd say overall that was a less than optimal jump. But we've got all our power. Everything's good. We've got 100 scrap. Going to actually remember to save those stations. We can get 3 or 4 more jumps in, but we're gonna have to go this roundabout way to do it. And we have a pulsar. This is actually bad for us because we have the advantage in this situation because our weapons are strictly better. Because if they don't have shields, we don't, whether they have shields or don't have shields right now, we don't care. So I purposely aimed for their weapons. So if our shields get taken out, they can't do tons of damage to us. Now I'm going to target the piloting system. We missed, so I'm going to target again. So with the ion pulse imminent, I paused it just at the last second. What do we lose? We have once again lost shields, but they lost weapons, so I really don't care. And we should win at this because they should have about 0 dodge from me hitting their piloting, which is great. So we're going to be getting hit with ion pulses quite a bit, but I am going to heal up this med bay. Worst case scenario, we have to wait a little bit before we can jump. But pretty much everything manages to heal itself, or at least finish right before we jump, right before the next wave. So the second this, there we go, we can jump. So now I have to guess here. I think on the 3rd jump this will be occupied, so I'm going to jump over here. Because that means I can get there in 2. We will never surrender. Never give up, never surrender. It's a great motto. And I promise I didn't steal it from anywhere, I'm only borrowing. So they could actually, they miss, which is good for us. So we will accept their offer. I like having extra crew members. We're going to put him on doors. I could put him on sensors, but I want to put him on doors. It gives 2 people, puts 2 crew members back here. It means that if we get boarded or something, we've got a little bit more flexibility in what to deal with. Now, there is a store there, but I do not have the ability to get there in time, because this is just a dead end. So unfortunate, but it's gonna have to be how it's gonna be. So we just find an anti-ship beam drone floating in space, which is cool with me. I'm gonna jump to this one just in case. We will offer assistance. We'll try to shield their ship. We actually just get 14 scrap. We don't take any damage. That's cool with me. And I'm just jumping to another beacon because I think we can fit 1 more in. We will aid the civilian ship. Now this is a rock ship, so I'm not going to personally keep a tally on the number of rock ships that we kill. But I'm going to notice when we actually do fight them. So luckily, one of the positive things about the crystal ship is that we've got a lot of doors in a lot of places. If we're ever flooding, then we'll probably still be okay. And that should be the end of them. Unless they dodge one of those, which they cannot. Well, the civilian ship ran away. I don't entirely blame them. We are going to get out of here, once again, by the skin of our teeth, which means we did a good job optimizing. Oh, and we just get a halberd beam. That's actually beautiful, because with our crystal weapons, we can just punch straight through to those shields. I'm going to go to pirate controlled. Partially because I hate nebulas, and partially because we're going to most likely be fighting a lot here, we'll be getting more scrap. Now, I do have 180 scrap. That's enough for at least one subsystem. And other things. So repair arm will reduce the amount of scrap we get, but it'll heal us. I'm not all that keen on that. Charge laser could be cool, but right now we're already pushing the max in terms of limits, so we could just get a heavy laser. Or I could get a firebomb. I really do enjoy fire, but I don't think I can justify it. I don't have a lot of weapons, and honestly, I'm going to be working towards powering that before anything else. Luckily, the game has been kind enough to grace us with another store, so we are wasting a little bit of fuel to jump around to these. And they do have a second page. More crew. I'm not really interested in that. Drone control comes with a defense drone, so that is my obvious choice. That will basically give us immunity to missiles. Now, I could have also gone Clone Bay crew teleporter. I could still get a crew teleporter. Yeah, let's do it. Don't know why. I've set myself back really far right now in terms of scrap. We had a good amount of scrap and now we don't. And a lot of stuff to power. I will lead them to their destination. So we have a quest marker. We can ricochet back and forth through here. I will give them fuel, we've got a lot. And they give us 35 scrap. I am totally okay with that. Let's head to the quest. This could very well be a trap. I'm almost expecting it to be. No, they upgraded my reactor by 1. Thank you guys. That's really awesome. So, we could honestly probably hit all of these locations before we get caught up with, so I'm gonna try to. Explore the asteroid field, nothing of interest, but we didn't take any damage, so at least that. Gonna keep ricocheting through these. This is bad, and we've got intruders, so we've got somebody indoors, which is actually very much to our benefit. But I am going to send him here. It's actually rather funny, but I'm going to use his power. So you'll notice that they're trying to get into the oxygen right now. And we'll actually one-up them here and say, if you get in there, it'll just be empty of oxygen anyway. So they're trying to get back into here. And maybe they'll make it. We'll find out. Oh, they're trying to get in through here. Well, surprise, that'll be empty of oxygen too. So I'm not entirely sure if they're all dead, but I'm still gonna jump because I'd rather not get hit by the flare. We will aid the civilian ship. I think they're all dead. I don't see any doors, so we will close everything. Bars get back to shields. So we have intruders on board, so bars actually get back, and we're just going to reopen all those doors again. It sounds a little silly, but I mean, I don't know where they are because I didn't take the time to repair the sensors. So they're trying the same strategy. So this is a little crazy. Well, thank you, Defense Drone. You have really proven your worth. So I'm aiming at missiles right now. Or at weapons. And we use his lockdown power. It's going to prevent them from getting in. They might have just died. It's hard to actually say. But considering they have no weapons left, I'm just going to keep piling on. And that should finish them. So now we close all the doors. We contact... They give us a flak gun. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, that's really cool. I'm actually really happy about that. So why don't you go fix that, and you go fix that. Let's get our sensors back. I'd like to see what's actually going on in my ship. You're the one who's injured. So after you are done banging on that. Ah, my ship is so bright. And we'll power that. So, honestly, Flak Halberd's like kind of what we're going for. At this point, Crystal I think is still better for us, but I am going to take the time here to get us a second bar of shields, second level of shields. If we don't need it, we don't need it. I would still really like to get into a boarding strategy, but I'm going to need some more crew. And honestly, having my two crystal guys, because I can chain their lockdowns to basically keep enemies out of a room that I really want to beat on, which is really cool, actually. We're going to jump there. I should really reorganize my weapons. Oh, well, there's nothing here. We've actually used up, like, all our fuel. I'm a little surprised. We've done a lot of jumping, but we also haven't been getting any. We will defend the outpost. So they have a drone. We are going to want to use a drone. We don't have very many drone parts either. I'm probably going to accept surrender offers on a lot of stuff. I'm still really disappointed that our drone completely whiffed on that. So, I mean, honestly, with the defense drone, we don't have to worry about that missile unless our defense drone decides to fail on us again. But since I've damaged the steering, the piloting, I pretty much don't care anymore about anything because there's not much they can do. And we'll just finish them off. So we get a lot, so we're basically doing okay again. For our next sector, NG or Nebula? I'm gonna go NG. I really don't like Nebulas. And also we're not really running all that high on fuel. Nebulas give you an advantage of basically being slower in terms of their longer levels. You can get further, you can do more stuff. That's a really limited path, so I'm gonna... Basically, we have two options. I actually think this way's better. We have more options, although if I do end up... okay. So here we're going to run into the issue of their bomb. And our crystal weapons don't actually get us through anything special when it comes to super shields. So our oxygen is hurting. Since we don't have to worry about shields, actually, since that's just one shot, all we're worried about is that. So we just want to keep things going. And actually what I'm gonna do... So they have taken down our weapons, so you need to go start help repairing with that. But what I would like to see is what their crew is like. They've got an NG and a Zoltan. So I'm actually going to do this. Which is a little crazy, mind you. So that missed, which is good. That's right, I'm doing that thing that I said I was going to do. So we're going to get some power into our crystal shot there, but we're also going to get it into there. And we're going to... So I'm actually going to move him. Actually, we do care about dodge, but they're trying to get in. So I'm going to chain the lockdown. And they're both full health. But if I can change that without hurting my own... I think we just destroyed it, which is really good for us. So at the same time, I'm going to hit oxygen. Battery charger. That's actually really tempting, because that's an augment that I'd have to find. And fuel. So I'm going to accept their offer. I don't know if I'm going to still fight them, but since I don't want to worry about that. So let's get some power into the med bay. I really do like boarding strategies. They give you more scrap if you successfully kill everything. So in order to further this addiction, I am going to do that for 25 scrap. I think it's worth it. We've got somebody covering everything except shields, but shields are kind of our smallest worry here. And we're going to put you guys back in there. We're going to save this position again. Double chaining those lockdowns can be really, really useful. We will listen to your offer. We will rescue the store, which means we have a quest to get to, which that's going to be a hard quest to get to. That's going to be a really hard quest to get to. Alright, so they've got a lot of stuff. That together won't do anything. That'll hit our shields and that's it. So what I'm going to do... Who do I want them to kill? Yeah, I'm going to send them there. And then we're going to wait till this, and we're going to throw a lockdown. It's going to keep them out. We're going to wait until it gets pretty low. I'm actually going to sacrifice oxygen and engine for a second to get our defense drone up. And it did take care of that. So I know our oxygen is going to be something that I need to do. So we're going to put the next lockdown in. And we're actually going to throw our shots at that room and hurt them. So oxygen is down, which is good for us. We are actually possibly going to take damage. Oh, we're on auto fire. That was a mistake. So we've done more damage than I would have liked to have done. And it means that I actually can't do anything now. I can't shoot anything actively at their ship. But we're going to kill them like this. They might get serendipitous in the crossfire if... so we've killed them and yes, we get the bones of their ship. So oh gosh, do we give them 40 scrap, 2 missiles and 2 fuel? I'm feeling generous. NG Medbot Dispersal. That's really not worth it, but it's really not all that worth it. But it does make our lives slightly easier. That's right, our oxygen is not currently powered. We've got a store right there. Alright, so I think what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to hit the store, and I'm going to try and cross over to the quest, and then I think I can still make it to the exit. So... oh, that's right. As long as we have... pause, that's why. As long as we have our medbay active, that's... wow, we actually already are full on augments. But I have this to sell, which is good. But basically, as long as the medbay is powered, the nano medbots will heal everybody. At a reduced speed, but it gives us an advantage in terms of when we're being boarded. You can look, that's going pretty slow. So we're actually... let's run you guys in here real fast. We're also waiting for our oxygen to go up. If something catastrophic were to happen, yeah, we wouldn't really want that. Worst case scenario at the shop, we sell those 2 things. Honestly, we might sell one of our crystal weapons because that's a pretty good end game. I mean, that is 7 shots. It's really hard to argue with that in terms of an end game weapon. So they have 2 pages. Combat, fire, cloaking, mind control, hacking, and NG might be nice. But I'm definitely selling this. Honestly, I might sell this. I don't really need to sell anything right now. 80's pretty good. You know what? I am going to buy some fuel, though. Despite the fact that I don't like buying fuel because it's something that's very common to get from surrenders. 2 fuel for 3 drone parts. No thank you. So we are going to be able to make it to this quest marker, despite the fact that this entire map was split. So yeah, apparently we're dumb. That's how this was being. That's how I interpreted what was just said. So we've got intruders because we're being mind controlled. Okay, so we're trapping the NG with us. In the words of Rorschach, I'm not trapped in here with you. You're trapped in here with me. Or sorry, I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. So I forgot to chain the. I forgot to chain my lockdowns appropriately, but I will now. This way, it's always a 1v1 battle. I am then going to target this, just to prevent them from doing anything more to it. Now, I do have to be careful, because when he blows up, he's going to do 20 damage. Might even be 25. So we've killed them, which is fantastic. I do know what augment I am looking for. I don't expect to get it, but I'm hoping for it. And if we find it, I will show you. If not, or I should say, if we find it, I will let you know. But unless we do, I'm just going to hold off. Because I don't want to... I'm not superstitious, but I don't want to jinx it, you know? So we're going from a quest to a store, which is promising. Alright, so we're going to engage the rebels and rescue the space dock. Well, this to me yells teleport. And lockdown. Now, I'm not going to be able to get that done in time, so since that's only a one-shot laser, I'm actually going to pull... I believe that's a one-shot laser. If it's not, I will have grossly misjudged, and I will feel silly. It is a one-shot laser. So all we need... I'm going to chain the lockdown. So we're going to have done some initial damage to them, which is fantastic. That was the plan. And now we can just wait, basically. And we're going to kill them. The key to a boarding strategy is having enough defense. Very nice. I like having upgraded stuff. We're getting a little close to dying here, but nothing too crazy. So, we actually... Oh, man, we... Oh, do I want to be stupid? Oh, a defense scrambler? That's really good. Okay, so... I'm selling this. I like defense scrambler. It basically means that they will never have defensive drones. But honestly, I'm seeing... Oh, see, that's just a little bit too much. 3 power. Oh, if only there was a good 2 power weapon to go along, or I would totally want that second flak too. I will go with the defense scrambler. Oh, that's 2 power. Huh. So I think I might have found my end game, which I think I might just cash in on right now. And that's this. This is 8 power, 8 weapon power. Right there. We're gonna buy some fuel. Okay, let's pull you guys back. So, even though we're going for a boarding strategy, we've got all the weapons we could possibly want. Which, for now, we're going to leave as flak 2, just to start with. Like, weapon pre-igniter would literally make me cry if I were to get that. That would be so amazing right now. Oh, I don't have... Yeah, I need to stop making that mistake. Now, we do have another store right there, but I'm not going to jump to it. I'm going to jump here, I'm going to jump here if I think I can make it. 4 jumps, I think I can make that, actually. But I'm going to wait for these guys to be fully healed. Actually, I might choose Halberd Beam. Halberd Beam will give me a little bit more flexibility, because most things have 1 shield. If the ship that I find doesn't have 1 shield, then I will alter my strategy. However, unless it does, I will not. I'll stick with this, so... So the answer is flak. because I can't personally get through anything that's there because of that awesome Zoltan shield, and Flak will pretty much take that out all by itself. I think I'm going to lock myself in the room with the NG first. And here we go. Just bam, gone. Bam, gone. I'm going to wait for that to hit, just so that my crew members don't get damaged by it. Oh, I didn't manage to do it in time. But now, they can't get out. So I'm actually going to switch to the charge laser. Now, we're getting pretty good at fighting here. They're already in green. So, basically, we got 3 fuel and 43 scrap. That's pretty nice. There's literally only one more thing that I want. Now, the charge laser is useful. If I can find something that's better for 2 power, I'll definitely take it. But for now, it's definitely, I think, the right way to go. So, I actually think that I can make this. I actually think I can do it. I might be a little crazy, but I think I can do it. Well, it's just empty space, so I'll take free scrap and then to a store. If I were to get weapon pre-igniters, I would definitely sell something for it. Drone recovery arm. So those I actually don't want. Another halberd beam, don't want. Defense drone 2, not worth it right now. I'm actually pretty happy with what I got. I would have liked to see a backup battery, but this basically means that it's time to upgrade the ship, which means that I would like that will let me power my defense drone whenever I please. And also engines. And while I'm at it, I can do that. So that way if I don't need to power my defense drone, I've got somewhere to put it. We will jump to the exit, and we shall be on our way. So we will demand the surrender of their goods. Oh, they are trying to run. Alright, well. You're not getting in here. We're destroying this engine before you can. So I'm actually going to switch to the halberd beam. I should be pretty safe. I'm watching those, so I can throw the second lockdown. We're doing some good damage here. So, we've destroyed their engines, which I'll qualify as good. I'm just doing this. Oh, I missed. So he's going to repair the weapons. I'm okay with that. The bigger concern here is that, for some reason or other, I lose this fight. But considering that we're winning right now, and I'm going to hit him with my halberd beam. Now I gotta be really careful here. Watch the double team. He's at 16, sorry, she's at 16 health. 13. 7, okay. Leave the room. Okay, we're playing the chasing game. Okay. Oh cool, we get a crew member. That's actually really awesome, and honestly a little ideal. We'll put him in the shield room. Now we do have to wait for... Yeah, we did wait for the lockdown. Otherwise I'd have to wait for the teleporter to come off cooldown. So it seems as though 3 members of the crew is a little bit too much. It's a little hard to deal with. But their combat is going so well up, and that lockdown combo is really, really fun. Plus there are some strats that I can use depending on how lucky we get. So we're going to enter the next sector. We're going to the abandoned sector. This means that this actually could be trouble, because this is where we run into... Oh, store. I can't help myself. I know what I'm looking for. I don't know how expensive it is, though, because I haven't seen it. I've only heard about it. Oh, jeez. I could get Elanius. I actually almost like that idea. More crew members are better. I wouldn't want to use him as a boarder. Using him as a boarder is really useful, because they're really annoying. But he's maxed on weapons in comparison to... Right now we've got... Sorry, Maxwell in weapons, who doesn't know anything. So I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to... I see I hang. I'm going to pause it real fast. You, Maxwell, are going to be in sensors, I guess. Or doors. You'll be in doors. Leaves us with 18 scrap, which is less than ideal, but hey. We now have ridiculous, well, pretty much max on that. Ask for an alternative trade. 6 missiles for 35 scrap. Yes. That is a better trade. I didn't want to trade fuel, but missiles is definitely better. Having Elanius on my crew is very, very nice. We will fight them. I cannot really board them. So this is actually probably going to be a little bit of my downfall. This is not enough time for me to warp somebody in. Unless it's Elanius. So I could do that. I do need to use my flak. I will need to get weapon power if I'm going to continue in this means. That is dangerous. I worked myself into an awkward situation and I realized it was going to be an awkward situation. They don't have a med bay, so I don't know why I'm hesitating. I will basically win this fight. I need to be really careful in terms of watching the hit points. I am winning this fight though. I'm running him there so that I can pull him real fast. I actually want to do a charge laser instead. That's because I can then target the room he is in. Which actually isn't going to help now that he's gotten that up. So I will actually switch back to the flak. That was worth a shot, but by the time he's done healing, I can send him back in, and he should likely win. He won in a 1 versus 1 on the last one. So we will... You've got a friend. So if we watch the hit points, we are in the lead by 1 shot. I don't know if they'll die simultaneously, though. That is the only thing I do not know. It's the only thing that has me worried. We are ahead. We won. And we delayed them. Alright, so we have 1 hit point left. That's scary. So I was watching that really closely, and that made me twitch. It was awesome. Because CY Heng, I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you are a badass, sir. And you will probably carry me in this sector. But that is a lot of scrap. That is 164 scrap. That is going to weapons. It's going to weapons so that I can power the charge laser as well. That is just in case we run into this basically exact same predicament and can't do anything about it. Because that was really dangerous. Yep, like this. This is basically the situation that would have hosed me. Because I could actually send Elanius over again to deal some damage. I feel like that's a little risky though. With the charge laser, I should be able to... That's unfortunate. We're waiting for that flak. Flak is up. That did hit the shields. We did only have 1 charge on the charge laser, which was unfortunate. But I think overall, I'll survive. We basically left them with beam weapons, which as we know won't do diddly squat. We'll fire the flak, and the second it hits... That's really slow. Yeah, I kind of do want to sell this charge laser now. I need something better to replace it, but like a burst laser 2, I would love. And we leave them with 1. We will just set up our charge laser to fire it the second it gets the chance. And victory. There's no way to defeat those guys in any other way, so I'm not too sour about that. I will go here. It'll give me vision on more stuff. I would still stop by a store. What? Okay, you've picked up a Lanian's vessel, drifting in the sector. There is no damage to the hull and appears to be powered down. They're hungry for raw materials. Okay, so that is a scary, scary missile. We will definitely take 1 out of our engines to power it. Once again, we will do one of these. Oh, they have a cloning bay. So I'm actually going to wait. I'm going to wait. I'm going to take out that cloning bay first. Because if that cloning bay is up, there's no way I will win. They actually stand no chance against us. This is literally all what I decide to do. Alright, so I'm gonna try this. I don't know if they're gonna send both their people after it, and they will. Which gives me some options, but none that are particularly great, because he's going to have to run. They are going to chase him. So this is where I just micro him by running him around. Until I have the chance to. So they're going to surrender a missile, a drone part, and that's not worth it. So I'm actually going to pull him back. It's unfortunate that I cannot take him out like that. I think I'm just going to have to take them out the old-fashioned way. Which it would have been nice, but I'd have to disable that clone bay again. And to do that, yeah. I would have to done that, so I'm really glad I didn't try and pull any shenanigans in terms of firing on them there. We're going to lose our warp strategy at this point, and I'm okay with that. Another store. 99 scrap. Could get something useful. They don't have what I'm looking for, but a backup battery will go well with our current augments. I'm trying to think. If we were to get another Elanius, we could definitely have a Elanius boarding party, but I'd want to get something else. I don't have anything to sell. I could sell Crystal Vengeance. Like, it's cool, but I don't know how useful it'll really be in comparison to having some other stuff. Like, I want the backup battery. Definitely want it, so. Hacking or mind control? I'm not worried about shields, so mind control. Let's see, I want to upgrade. Oh, we're one short. So we can wrap around and actually go almost anywhere. We'll have to see how everything's going. We're going to attempt to download its data stores. That's cool. We managed to succeed there. Definitely a boon. Nothing here. So we've probably got 2 jumps left, so we'll just go there. We have intruders on board. So this is where we kind of have a little bit of a downfall in that. Oh, we're just gonna basically empty things pretty darn fast here. But I think we're going to mind control one of these guys. And they will fight each other. This is just all bad for them right there, no matter what they try and do here. Our mind-controlled guy has just decided to go in there. I don't think any of them have enough time to get through any of those doors before perishing. Nope. So that was easy. Mind control is definitely really nice to have there. I mean, we're all decked out on systems, but I am spread pretty darn thin. The backup battery will help us significantly. Yeah, I thought maybe I could, but I definitely know I'll end up in the clutches of the rebels if I do that one jump, because I will have to go back up. Sure, I'll give them 5 missiles. We upgrade my reactor by 1. That's cool, that's effectively 30 scrap. Honestly, I have no interest in going to a place where I'm going to get boarded. So I'm going to the NG-controlled sector, where I can run amok on their ships, basically. Because they can't stop me. Store right there, so I'm going to try and avoid it for as long as possible, just so I can build up scrap. At this point, there's only a few things I'd really want from a store, and that's an augment, or maybe another. I do have room for one more crew. I might switch to a clone. I might switch to a clone bay. That would be interesting. Fire beam. Okay, well, here you go, guys. This is going to be this is going to be the one where I let the world burn. I will get to let the world burn. I could afford to switch to a clone bay, and I actually will. I'm hesitating. Yes, I will. This means that I can basically not care about my crew. And I don't say that in a terrible way, I say that in a let me buy fuel way. I just mean that in the sense that I can send them to someplace that will likely be their death and not care. So, you come across a large trade station. This is new, which is why I'm reading it. However, as soon as you approach, a warning goes out to all ships in the region. Do not associate with the Federation sympathizer. All who oppose rebels will be punished. He'll change his mind. You locate the source of announcement and convince the speaker to rescind his previous statement. Hopefully you'll have just enough time. So, backup DNA would have been nice. It would have been nice. Let's be honest. Damn, I really do kind of want it now. So fire beam and boarding and halberd beam. Even if I sell my halberd beam, I can't get it. I can't sell enough stuff to get it. So I am just going to hold off. Maybe I'll find it later. I wasn't thinking that that was going to be a store, so... Oh look, another store. Man. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like stores. They give you a lot of opportunity, but they also are, you know, no scrap. I would like to give you fuel, but I cannot. I want nothing more than to give you fuel. 1, 2... Yeah, I can't make it to that third beacon. Oh, carefully cut the ship out. Dang, 46 scrap. Well, we'll find out if I could have. And chances are I could have, but... Med bay, explosive replicator, these are not things I want. These are not things I want, so I will take fuel. I will take fuel. Don't need missiles, I will give them up. Power up the weapons! They are trying to hack. So what we are going to do, send them to Clone Bay. Well, how about this? We're going to mind control the pilot. We are going to teleport in. Sure, let's just teleport into hacking. Whatever they do, we will counter. Actually, defense drone might actually defend against their hacking. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Start the lockdown. So, they automatically teleported our guys back. And the hacked crew member, or the mind-controlled crew member. That's actually kind of funny. I don't know where he's going. I think he's going to sensors. So their defense scrambler, or my defense scrambler, is preventing it from doing anything. So now suddenly I have a border. But this is where the fun begins. Oh, look, you don't have any shields. Well, let's hit as many things as we can. Fire. Fire, fire. At this point, it's not worth teleporting my guys back in. Yeah, because they're just going to hack it. But the whole idea here is... Oh, they have replicators, it looks like. So we're just, as I said, we're going to try and set as much as we possibly can on fire. We're not accepting your surrender. And the reason for that is rather simple. Their hacking isn't currently able to be used, so we're just going to kill them. Or at least do enough that they're effectively dead. They're trying to jump, but they just can't. I can't risk firing anything at them. Oh, my defense drone is gone. I don't know what shot it, but everything's on fire. I think if he dies, if he walks through the room one more time, he dies. So I'm not sure what's going to happen here. You know what I can do? If I aim there... Ah, so we still win, which is pretty cool. We got an NG, which is also pretty cool. Let's close all the doors on our ship again. And let's just wait for the oxygen to restabilize in the rooms that it will stabilize in. Here's to you, Mr. Elanius. Let's put him in sensors. That'll hopefully be useful to us. The one downside to this strategy that I can see, that's relatively obvious, is that I don't have very fine control of my weapons, which means that I could very easily take out my own crew, which means that I think the clone bay was the right choice. We'll talk through. Well, we took some damage. So what actually took damage? Our engines. Well, what do we have here? So I didn't heal these guys, which was probably a mistake. We're gonna launch you into there. They're launching an NG at us? I find that very peculiar. But we'll go ahead and lock down. For some reason that's not working. I think his wasn't fully recharged yet. A human fighting an NG, it's kind of like, okay, so we'll just mind control him. I don't know where he's going, but we'll do what we normally do here and just open all the systems. Now I missed that they actually had enough to hurt us. That's very bad for us. He's gonna start fixing that. Who's about to die? We actually don't care. That's actually awesome. I totally forgot about that. We just killed everybody in that room. Oh man. Oh man, they're throwing crew members at us. So he's already good at fighting, so I'm sorry, Maxwell, I'm going to dismiss you. Okay, so let's close all the doors on the ship. I don't know if that counts as defeating. I'm actually a little curious now. But now we're popping out our clones here in a moment. Now he's lost some skill. Oh, that's an interesting graphical glitch. If you notice at the bottom by the fist is not contained because of lockdown. Huh. I should probably send an email about that. Alright, so let's get our NG, our new NG bud. I think you're going to be our wild NG friend. Although you'll sit indoors. So you guys are full health again. That's pretty cool. Drones are almost fixed. What do we got? Interesting. I could do some risky stuff. Could. Probably won't, but could. Excuse me. So we're going to jump there. So we have intruders on board. I don't like seeing them in the clone bay. But they're fleeing. Unfortunately, they are mantids. So if I mind, let's hold off on the mind control until they settle on what they want. We will use our lockdown ability. We will mind control one of these guys, which gives them the ability to walk through our doors, which I really hate. It basically just means that we are attempting to drown them. We have successfully defeated one of the mantids. Oh my. They have got a lot of weapons, and I didn't notice that. I'm taking a lot of damage that I really don't want to be taking. That whole defensive part, yeah, that's part I haven't been listening to. So he's going to die. He's going to take a mantis with him. And he's also going to be in trouble. I would really rather not lose. Well, he doesn't have like any... I thought I had somebody who had shield knowledge. I guess I do not. So I've made some mistakes. Hopefully this will not hurt us too much more. This is going to be a little weird. I do need piloting and engines though. So let's just drain that of oxygen. He won't stay there for long. We're down to one shield though. Which is really bad. We've lost another crew. We've gotten one of our crew back. He's still running around looking for a place to go. Our teleporter is on fire. Alright, we are about to win, but this was an expensive win. It's one that I should have paid more attention to. You guys should close all the doors. Our oxygen is still okay. Start fixing that. Alright, so yeah, as I said, I broke the cardinal rule of trying to play a boarding strategy. Yeah, you should just... No, you stay there. You're the one being a problem. What's Matthew got? He's good at fighting. I don't like doing this, but I'm going to. I can't actually kill him. Start fixing that. Ay, ay, ay. So lots of bad stuff happened. But let's get everything fixed up. I need to get some defenses. Some more defenses. I need to get 3rd level of shields, and I need it like now. Which I will have. I don't get enough for a defense drone if I unpower. Well, I can't unpower my clone bay anymore if I'm gonna be doing risky strats. I can't really afford to do that. You were good at fighting. Well, let's just have everybody return. Oh, I just saved it instead of returning him. Ha, I'm silly. So you had some shield experience, and John, you have piloting and fighting. But actually, compared to Zinzin, you're bad, so sorry, bud. So, we actually might want to stop boarding. We've got the tools to wreak terrible, terrible havoc on ships. So we might want to use that instead of trying to board, and maybe use it boarding to... use the boarding as a secondary method. I do not like that flak cannon. So let's mind control the pilot, and instead of powering our teleport, we'll power our defense drone. That should allow us to prevent all of this. I remember when I used to do... Oh, that was very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. So I don't have all that much choice at this point. So let's do it. Let's see where they send people. We're going to kill their clone bay. Hopefully this gets fixed pretty quickly. Fix it, please. And then you, secondary lockdown. So it's fixed. Let's get our fire beam. We will sacrifice one of our engine power. I really do need to get more. Or why am I sacrificing power? I've got a backup battery. Alright, so we've taken care of their med bay. Their weapons are pretty hosed. I think we'll win this one. Just by killing them. So, before... No, there's really no reason for me at this point to do anything. I kind of should just let Magna die. Wait, no, that's not Magna. I read that Lauren, that's Lauren. The other guy she was fighting. So, we will recall you. And then we'll upgrade our clone bay. It'll give us more healing per jump. We'll get another bar. Should probably get 2 more bars as soon as we can. We're going to the Rock Homeworld, so we might just get the achievement to kill a bunch of rocks. There's a store right there. I'm not interested in the store right now. There are some things that I would like, yes, but that's not one of them. Alright, so we're powering a fire beam. We're powering the defense drone to help with the asteroids. We're going to mind control a rock. I'm waiting on the teleport. That hurt. You go fix that. We don't need to see weapon charge at this point. Alright. We're going to send our flak in. And then... Now the fire is not going to be very effective against the rocks themselves. That is unfortunate. You should not be in there. However, it will keep them busy. And honestly, I'm thinking about... No, because I haven't upgraded my doors, so you need to stay there. You head in there just in case he breaks through. Yeah, let's do it. Teleport you guys in. You guys can't leave. Yes, I know, he's really low, Kirkner. We're waiting for some regeneration to occur here. I'm not going to mind control, I'm just going to send him in. Oh, oopsie, I teleported back to me. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, he's going to kill their oxygen. This is actually not what I want to happen, although that was actually kind of convenient. I'm waiting. How much health is he at? 22, this is 12. And there's a chance I could kill him before this goes too crazy, and that's what I'm hoping for. Because we will still get the scrap bonus before everybody dies. Oopsie. Yep, well, both of our guys died, so we're gonna have to wait for everybody to get respawned in the clone bay here. Let's close all our doors. Wait for some oxygen to get back. Everybody returned to where they were. You weren't both in there. So John is better at steering. Matthew's in there. Yvonne C is our shields dude. So you are going back there. Alright, and now we'll save this. Now that's all saved. We cannot just stay. We do have to. We cannot improve. We must jump away. Well, that's actually not what I wanted at all. I don't want you. Honestly, I didn't know what the results would be. I'm going to hit this store for some repair, because honestly, we need it. And that. That is what I wanted. That is what I wanted. Reconstructive teleport. Whenever I teleport, whatever it is, fully healed. So that means if I teleport them back, they'll be full health and they'll be ready to send out again. It will save their skills, is basically what the plan is. Go away, we don't serve your kind here. That doesn't sound like the cantina at all. We will strip the ship. We're just going to try and jump around to as many things as we can. Okay, cloak I'm not a fan of. So I can't actually I actually can. But we will wait. Alright. So backup battery, because they're about to fire flak. You guys are going to teleport in. I'm thinking on shields. I like the idea of shields. We'll throw a lockdown. That'll keep us relatively fair. I'm gonna mind control one of you guys. So we got some fighting going on here. I am a fan. Now they do have the ability to get through our shields, which I am not a fan of, however. Lauren is hurting. So I'm actually going to run her way. We're actually going to do some shenanigans here. Oh, that was unfortunate. Believe it or not, I did hit. For some reason it let me do that. I'm not entirely sure why. So watch, we put them in the same room. And we yoink them out, and bam, they're full health. That's amazing. It means that I have reason to put this back in. Put stuff back into that. Oh, our defense drone went down. This is actually very bad for us. But not all that bad. We're dodging enough. That's only a flak 1. So we're dodging most of their attacks. So once again, we're just waiting on our cooldown here. The defense drone would be nice, but they're missing it so much. Starting fires just to be problematic. Waiting for the teleport in. Since we can't see anything. So we will teleport in there and be total assholes. And we will kill them. We will murder our rock brethren. Where are you going? Alright, well, you're about to die. Sweet. That's a lot of scrap. And then full health. It is a beautiful, beautiful thing. So what I'm actually going to do, that would cost way too much. I will put 30 into it though, and we'll get 2 more bars of power. Give us a little bit more flexibility and stuff. We've got so much stuff to upgrade. This is why I'm bad at normal, because I just like to do too many things. Like, that's pretty much a fact. I like to do too much stuff. I like to have too much shtick going on. You're immediately messaged by an imposing-looking rock war vessel. You're the ship off to save the Federation, aren't you? You expect to survive with that hunk of junk? We're gonna save them or die trying. The latter being more likely still, we can potentially help you. Cool, we get a quest. And where is it? It is back the way we came. I think we can make this, though. I want to say worth. I want to say worth. Well, this is unfortunate. Oh my. Alright, so I am impressed by their candor. This is gonna hurt. I am actually gonna take one out of teleport, put it in engines. That micro did not save us one bit. We're gonna mind control the pilot, teleport into the weapons. Gonna drop a lockdown. Oof, that. We got some really bad stuff going on. I absolutely have to take them out, and fast. Because that missile... I know what we need to do, and we need to do it fast. If those fires do anything bad, we're hosed. If those fires take anything out. So we're going to drain everything. And of course the fire starts in there. I think he's going to be able to take care of it. I am much more concerned about that missile right there. I don't think we're supposed to kill them. I really don't. I think I'm supposed to let them jump away, but I don't actually know. Like, I really should, like, stop and look this up. Because, like, they're in some serious trouble right now. Okay. I just don't know what to do here, because I feel like I could definitely kill them if I so chose. Like, there is no doubt in my mind I could do it. Oh. He got teleported into a different room because there were already two people in there. We have critical hull, and thus are in a little bit of danger here. Oh, now sir, we can't have you doing that. We can't have you doing that. I feel like this was not the correct thing to do. I feel like I wasn't supposed to be able to do this. Twinge of guilt. Perhaps, oh yeah, so I shouldn't have done this. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. If you're gonna challenge me, bring it on. Alright, so I feel really bad. I'm pretty sure that was like the rock ship quest to get me the rock ship. I think that's what it was, honestly. Let's close everything up. I'm not too worried about the oxygen. We will get to the exit just in the nick of time. We need to heal. Alright, we get 28 scrap. That was actually pretty risky. Rebel. We're going Rebel. Abandon means Lenius and airless stuff, and I don't feel like dealing with that shenanigans. Well, I'm going through Nebula. That's gonna suck. Oh this is bad. This is really, really bad. Believe it or not, I'm doing it. And the reason I'm doing it is because I have reconstructive. So if I pull them back as fast as I possibly can, I'm gonna activate my backup battery to... Don't really have to do that. One shot. I'm waiting for flak so I can heavy ion something. Alright, so I hurt myself doing that, but I disabled their weapons. I'm hoping to do even more damage to their weapons. No. So I pull them back. Just got through those shields, like barely through those shields. I can't even halberd beam. So right now is a combination of okay. With this strategy that heavy ion is lasting long enough that my flat cannon is recharging. If I can, I'm going to avoid boarding. This is just going to be a long fight. We're being reliant on the Flak 2 and its ability to basically do enough damage. So that was actually really bad. But because the heavy ion is... Oh, their shields are not down. Shoot. Well, one more hit could be enough. I'm hoping just for that not to happen. Oh, it's an ion bomb. Okay, well, I'm not worried then. I was definitely worried, but now I'm not. And I'm not worried because ion bomb couldn't possibly destroy my ship. There's nothing they can do with an ion bomb that would kill me, except for maybe hitting the shields and getting enough pounding on me from the laser. 65 scrap, so we've got a lot of scrap, which means I'm going to do that. No, I'm not. That's a lie. I'm going to do that because that gives me the ability to do this, and if I need to do that, then I can. I'm trying to get through this nebula as fast as I can. I'm running low on fuel and hull. There's no way I'm not attacking them. Unfortunately, I can't see them. How are we doing in terms of... They've got like 5 shots. That's actually going to be 0 help. I don't know why I did that. So in goes the flak. And then halberd beam. And then I'm gonna mind control one of the guys that I can see. Just gotta watch my shields, watch my hull. And I think it's about time to pull them back. So now they're full health again. Their FTL is charging. I don't think we really have a lot of chance to really hurt them, but they're going to surrender for 3 fuel. I will accept it. I could have killed them, but I want the fuel. And we've got stores, so I can repair, which I need very desperately to do. I could switch back to a medbay, guys. That'd be totally useful. So, I can't fix all, but I can fix a ton. This will just prevent me from stressing out about being, like, on that edge of near death with, you know, one crew, one ship armed with some pretty ridiculous missiles could end me. So, we're doing this. The cooldown is short enough that we can recover them in time. They have got 2 beam drones, which is why I've gone for weapons. And it missed, thank goodness. We're aiming our flak here. And that is because we can do this. And then with their weapons that damaged, I will retrieve my men, my rocks. And all it will probably take is 1 more flak. Yep. I had the Alber Beam ready just in case. Got lots of scrap and some fuel. It's great. I'm thinking about just walking straight across this. Hitting that store for some fuel, some scrap, something like that. No, I'm not doing that because that would be like my last fuel. Sorry, guy. Cannot help you. See. Yeah, we'll accept to help. We've got a quest. Chances are we're not going to be able to get to that store then. Yeah, we could do it. I'd like to repair up to full, buy some fuel. We will intervene to defend the outpost. We will put up a defense drone. We will teleport you into to weapons. And we will mind control the pilot. They reacted so quickly that we get 2 of them and we don't have much choice. Defense drone is simply for the missile. The Halberd Beam gives us that control that I was talking about. That we didn't have. Thank you, defense drone. You had me worried there for a second. So they're actually already wrecking everything. Watching. Oh, and they're dead. Salvage what we can. We get a fuel, 70,000 scrap, and the outpost that we just helped us gave us 4 fuel and 58 scrap. If that's not rolling in scrap, I don't know what is. So we can hit this store. The only thing I can think I would do is I would probably sell my backup battery thing for weapon pre-igniters. They don't have one though. That's right, I could sell the heavy ion, though it was useful. Oh, that's actually really awesome. I will sell my heavy ion. And there's a reason for this. And that's because I can buy a burst laser too, which is also 2 energy. So I have the option of going a little nuts on them. That's okay, we're now back to full. I'm interested in getting us some more. We'll get our last 2 bars there. I would like to get... Let's actually get those improved doors. That way we don't have to worry nearly as much. We are going to hit the exit. Now it will let us get to the quest and back. I did not buy fuel, I am silly. We will aid the civilian ship. And we will do so. Oh, they have improved doors. So, okay, we'll just lock you guys in there. And where are they incoming? It looks like they're incoming in there. So that's cool. That is totally okay with me. We'll mind control one of them even. I think this might just have one itself. Ah, the flak cannon. Oof, well that was rough. That was really bad for us. I still don't know what the hell you people do and why you just head towards the oxygen. It really ruins my day. He has been teleported back to die to these fools, and we will contact this. Oh man, that's so much, that's just so much stuff. So I'm actually going to do something a little funny here. So let's teleport you guys back. Oh look, you're full health. Oh, I guess I can't teleport onto there then once I've teleported them back. I was thinking I could be clever and teleport these guys. They'll get healed on jump, so I'm not all that worried. 118 scrap. That makes me want to buy some stuff. Really, I want to get into having all of that, but I need a lot more for that. So we'll actually do this. This will give us a lot of dodge chance that we can possibly use. So at this point, we're still like fully powering everything. Let's hit this quest. We should have just enough time to jump back. Okay. You find the remains of the ship. It seems to have severe external damage, but you cannot pinpoint the cause. So we'll take the cargo for delivery later. Okay. So we basically just kind of said, we could... screw it. That's basically exactly what we just did. Let's close all our doors. Let's put you guys back in here. I'm just going to double save this once more just to be sure. And we're off to the last stand. Ballistophobia. I guess that's from not using any missiles. So I'm just going to jump to the repair beacons since they're pretty close to the base. It'll get me some scrap and some fuel. And then I'm just going to jump to the base and probably just sit there and wait. Maybe I won't. We'll see. 2 missiles. I really don't like that. So we're going to teleport you guys in there. Our dodge chance is pretty good. Let's mind control Herr Captain. Begin the lockdown. And really it would be funny to use the fire beam for this one. Because they've got humans. So we just have to get through the shield and then set the world on fire basically. That one missed, which is great. Let's start the other lockdown. They don't have a med bay or anything like that. Oof, well that was a little rough. So now that we've done that, let's take you guys back. And now we just set your ship on fire. The lockdown was actually still a little there, which is pretty funny, in my opinion at least. That was unfortunate. But luckily for us, I don't think they've got any way of dealing with this. I think we literally just do this. We want you to come and fight us. You don't stand a chance. 77 scrap. That's really nice. Now, you're basically gonna get healed. Yeah, 9. Sorry, that's not 9-second con. I'm still not paused. I should probably take these guys off before they burn to death. Not that that's really that troublesome. So I am actually going to do the crazy thing here. I'm going to go to my ship and upgrade it like that, which means that I'm going to be able to do this. Now, it's going to cost power from other places, which will probably come from engines. But this is really good. It's really good. It gives us some control and some power. Once again, we're gonna be funny about it and stop you from teleporting anywhere. And we're gonna mind control you. Okay, so it doesn't actually stop you from teleporting, but it doesn't teleport us. I find that actually a little entertaining. We forgot to put up a defense drone. So our engines are a little damaged from that. Just keep the lockdown going. Oof, we are taking some damage. I really don't know how this fight's gonna go with the mothership. I can honestly say that I don't know. Yeah, you're getting a little low. That's right, they have a med bay. I need to stop that from being a thing. which is exactly what's going to happen right now. I'm not accepting your surrender. Oh, you might actually get to fix that, which would be unfortunate. Really? Who did you teleport and where? You're a fool. So, will the flak kill them? I don't think it will. Oh, it did. Oh well, I don't get the bonus. Oh, I got a firebomb. I'm never going to use that. Can you just please die? I don't want to have to deal with you. Just sit there while you die. It will be funnier this way. Yeah, mind controlling is a little strange when it comes to this stuff. But hey, I guess I'm not gonna judge. Alright, so one of the things I am going to do is I'm going to upgrade my backup battery, because that 4 bonus power is going to be really, really useful. Can I upgrade some other stuff? I should probably get some protection into these. As much as I'd like to upgrade mind control, I'm putting protection into those. That way, if they do get hit, it won't cost us the game. Because if this gets hit with 1 missile, it's down until it gets repaired. And I've got a lot of crew going a lot of places. So I don't necessarily have all the time in the world to devote to that. So, I'm just going to keep fighting extra places until I have to fight the ship. I mean, if I don't have to, this isn't much damage. Alright, so we're just going to get some free scrap, which I'm actually really cool with, because that lets us do that. Yeah, let's fight. Let's kung fu fight! So let's see where we get hacked. Mind control. Really? We could mind control our own people? That seems really silly to me. I don't want to have to do this. Alright, so it mind controls our guys for a very short bit. That's unfortunate, but hopefully we will take care of that quickly. I actually do want the fire beam. Luckily all these things come out at the same time in terms of... So, halberd beam. The things I want to hit with the fire beam are the shield room. So we'll try that. And with the halberd beam, we'll basically do something similar. So they've cloaked, but they still have to deal with this. Okay, so our doors are being shot. I was hoping that would get taken out before anything else. So you need to start repairing. We can pull these guys back. I do like that we get our power back from our ions. Now we don't have our fire beam anymore. At least for now. That's what I'm talking about. That unlucky. Oh. Oh, you stay there. Our shields recharging is important, but... Okay, luckily we managed to get that happening. I'm going to wait until they uncloak. Our shields getting hit there is also very unfortunate. You need to get back there, sir. So that's taking some nice damage. Now, I don't have the fire beam, but I do have the flak and halberd. I can't pass up the opportunity. They actually managed to catch us with some damage. This is going to hurt. Our oxygen is down. Since shields are ionized, you might as well fix this. You guys return to me. Our pilot, that's bad just because... We'll pull them back, they'll repair it. So, flak. We will win this. Right here. We did take a lot of damage there, which is really unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate. Luckily for us, though, well, we're actually going to have to jump straight to the base, but we do have a repair right there, so if we survive this, which we should do very okay with, because they don't have defense drones, we're going to do that immediately. Hopefully that's fast enough. This is very bad. But I don't think we do anything about it. If that's how it's going to spend its time on our clone bay when we don't plan on losing anybody, so be it. Alright, and our flak is up. So I think this is worth doing. It'll take it out it'll take it out even faster, which will let us recall these guys immediately. We'll actually have them go fight him. And the reason why is because when we teleport them back, we won't care. Now we don't actually have to worry about missiles, per se, although it would be really nice to have cloaking right now. This is gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. Oh, we really need you in shields. Alright, let's get some oxygen draining going on here. Alright. Now we're going to send you guys here. Now I'm going to immediately get... Shoot, I didn't take advantage of my flak with my halberd. I might be able to still. No, damn. Okay, so fire beam's not any use to us right now. Mind control. We'll mind control you. We must hit the lockdown. Okay, that way we can't... I'm silent again. I know I quiet down when I'm concentrating. That's exactly what I'm doing. I promise. Alright, so the burst laser, flak cannon, followed by a strategic halberd beam. So I did lose my 2 crew, which is unfortunate. It's also going to be unfortunate that they're kind of coming back. So we now have a lot to deal with. Let's close all our doors. Let's wait for our oxygen levels here to stabilize. And we got to fix tons of stuff. Now, we took less damage. We did take less damage than we did. In the first section. We did take less. So hopefully we'll get some good healing. That's all fixed. You guys can go fix that. Fix, fix, fix. Everything should get repaired pretty quickly here. And we'll send everybody back to their spots. And we are ready. We will jump to this repair beacon, which will likely save us. Oh, that's so much healing. That's so much healing. It's a gorgeous amount of healing. I am thinking about putting a point as buffer there. We won't get anything out of it explicitly, but we will get the whole not dying. The whole not dying part. So it's coming back. We're going to wait. Now, it would have been nice to have gotten some shield bypass. Oh, wow. We really killed everybody? So we'll just take him back over. Since we are waiting, basically, I will wait for the first time that... Actually, I'm going to take power out of the teleporter and put it into the defense drone. We're not going to be able to defend against all those, but hopefully they don't hit anything too critical. This power surge will hurt. Alright, so... Alright, we have successfully managed to stop. We're just going to use mind control to counter their mind control. Our drone, that needs to be put out immediately. Alright, we've gotten some expertise somewhere. Fighting expertise, it looks like. If we take rid of that missile launcher, we will be in significantly better... Who's about to die? You are about to die. Let's close all doors. We didn't quite get rid of it in time. So, with the halberd beam, now what I might do is switch the burst laser up, but the burst laser is definitely going there. And then I'm going to try and do this. So this is now okay for him to repair. I really very much need that. Control him back. Very much hurting, very much hurting. Our backup battery has been shot. Alright, just in time. Oh, that's right, I was going to turn off the burst laser for the fire beam. The fire will rage unchecked. That's sort of the benefit. I'm trying to think here. I'm scratching my head. We've got a lot of ion damage. Sorry, that's not ion damage. That's things recharging. I'm going to take one out of Clone Bay, put into our defense drone. We've got a few options with that. I don't really have much of a choice but to immediately aim at the shields. Now I can go for damage or I can go for the important systems damage, and I think I am going for... It'd be really nice if I didn't have to teleport my guys in there, which is my plan. I'm basically just help him repair that. Is there a breach in there? Alright, so he's not going to die. I'm teleporting my guys into shields. They are going to wreck shields, hopefully. And as they do that, we'll basically win. Mind control has acted very nicely for us. I'm going to go repair my backup battery. And let's try and get this flak shot off. It's repairing. It's repairing. I forgot about that. Which is very, very bad for us. In fact, I'm going to do it this way. I forgot that it would repair, because that's like the worst thing it could possibly do. Oh, we just lost a crew member. I mean, they're still okay, but we lost him. We might... Ah, we win! I was thinking that that fire might go out, but we almost got our guys off. Still, however, we are going to respawn them. Hopefully it lets us. They better get credit. Yes, they do. So, the Brevice, whatever you want to call it, we had a very successful run. That was pretty fun. We got a lot of scrap. I did a lot of silly things that probably put me at more risk than I probably should have been at. But, you know, sometimes you have no recourse but to do what you can if it is silly. Now, the game just paused for a second there. Not sure why. But yeah, I really do enjoy the fire beam as a strategy. It's not very effective against automated ships, so you do have to have a backup. But being able to heal every single time your crew teleport is really fun. I was actually really hoping for a teleporter run, just a boarding run. I would say this effectively qualified. It didn't quite, but all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with the way things went. I did spread myself a little thin on some of those systems, but they all did come in handy at some point or other. The mind control really didn't help me all that much until that last phase. I guess it did help in the fact that it acted as a quote-unquote tank, a target for the hacking system, which was very, very useful, honestly. It was probably the best thing that could have happened, just for the sheer fact that if it had been on something like shields, I would have had to jump away. Because there are just some things that get hacked that are really bad. I was a little sad I didn't get up to 4 shields, but with the amount that I spent in weapons, because let's be honest, the weapons I got this run were absolutely ridiculous. I mean, they're really awesome. I love Flak 2. I had the option of going Flak 2, Flak 2, Burst Laser, which would be really brutal. I didn't explicitly have the option. I had the possibility of making it so. Which honestly, I mean, that's 14 shots. Granted, they're not specifically targeted, but you're basically guaranteed to take down the shield and do some damage. And then you've got 3 shots in behind it just in case. Really, really fun. And I think that's what matters. Win or lose, as long as you enjoy the run, that's what counts. I know for a lot of people, and including me a little bit, winning is partially what determines whether or not you had fun. I'm really looking for these credits to stop. I thought I could skip them, but apparently I have been deemed unworthy of skipping the credits. Huh. Just looking at some of these interesting names that are sitting here. Kill Glance, Hippery. Sorry, Joey. Joey is not that interesting when your name's Joseph. It's a pretty standard nickname. Although Santa Maria is a pretty awesome last name. Decoy Sanchez. Yeah, the internet's ruined me on that one. At King Cyber Jacob, so I guess his name is his Twitter handle. Either your parents didn't love you, or you tried really hard. El Muerco. It's an interesting choice. Saldorn. That's pretty cool. I guess I can't really make fun of people when my gamer tag's Omni Griffin. We're in the middle of the M's, so we're like halfway through. I guess you could all argue that it's a little bit more than that, since XYZ are harder names to find, though not impossible. We're already to N. Oh look, it's Notch. Patrick Tenance? Ha, that's funny. I approve of this. But yeah, back to the run. Get a little distracted by the credits there. If I had to change one thing, it would have been the amount of stores that I visited. If I had been able to find everything I wanted in the stores that I had the money to buy them, which is obviously what everybody wants, I probably would have traded the backup battery improvement for... I actually said it in the middle of the run. I would have definitely traded my backup battery for weapon pre-igniters. That would have opened everything up really, really strongly. I probably would have been able to break through the super shield in just the first round of attacks. In fact, I basically did. I would have known it was coming and put out my burst laser. Although I'm not entirely sure if the burst laser or the beam would do more. I guess if you were to rake it across what would be more rooms, it might take more damage. I haven't really messed with overshields in that very much, because usually you want to save your beam weapons. But that is in fact the end of the credits, which is pretty nice. I get to stop just ad-libbing and making a fool of myself. Half-Life 1 and 2 fonts. Huh, I didn't realize that that was a Half-Life 2 font. So, score 35-32, not the best we've seen. If we check out our stats, it actually barely comes in at 5th place. The Adjudicator, of course, being the best that we've ever done. We did... most skill masteries was Jeff Bars. That's pretty crazy. I feel like that comes from... the fact that I sent him out there, he died and came back and remastered the skill. Lauren had the most combat kills. Apparently Lauren is a badass. We hired 10 crew over the course of that run. We had to reject so many. Which, granted, so many isn't a ton, but, you know, it's 40 scrap, you know, that you could have taken. Still, that was a lot of fun. That was really cool. I got, Sector 8 without using missiles or bombs. I think that just, that fell in with the weapons. If I had gotten some bomb weapons, I probably would have used them. But I had no reason to use any, because I didn't have any, so... Sector 8 without using drones, that one's hard. Buying at the store. Living off the land, I probably could have done something like that. Even so, we got some new achievements. We didn't quite unlock all the achievements for the Crystal Cruiser, so we didn't get the B layout. We actually didn't get any of these. We didn't destroy 15 rock ships. We didn't trap 4 enemy crew in a single room using a crystal being power. That's the lockdown power. Unfortunately, I actually did try at one point during the run. I purposely teleported into one of the 4-person rooms, hoping that they would all come in, but they left their pilot at the wheel. And because I sold Crystal Vengeance, there's no way I could do Sweet Revenge. And I think Sweet Revenge is the harder of the two, to be honest. Or I should say harder of the 3. I would definitely be aiming for this one. And this one is just go to all the rock sectors that you find. But yeah, that was a really fun run. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I hope you guys did too, and I hope you learned some stuff. I definitely thought it was cool showing you guys the teleporter with that new augment, which of course I can't remember for the life of me. But even so, hopefully you learned something. If you did, please like and or favorite the video. It helps me out a lot, lets me know that my content is getting to the people who like it. And if you'd like to see more, I'm trying to come up with a more regular release schedule, though until I am 100% certain that I'm going to be able to do that, I will not specifically say what it will be. And if you subscribe, you'll find out anyway, because you'll get it on your feed. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys next time.